Some people think attraction is loud and obvious, but most of the time, it isn't. It's quiet, subtle, easy to miss. In this video, we're breaking down the small signs that show women notice you in ways you might not even realize, the little shifts in behavior, the fleeting glances, and those moments that speak louder than words. So stick around, because once you start seeing these signs, you'll realize just how much attention you naturally draw, without even trying. Let's start with the first sign: conversations with you feel slightly charged. There's something about talking to you that just feels a little different. Like there's an extra layer in the air that people can't quite explain. Even when the topic is completely normal, it doesn't feel boring or forced, it feels engaging. Almost like there's a quiet tension underneath it all. She might laugh a bit more than usual, hold eye contact just a second longer, or pause like she's choosing her words more carefully. It's not dramatic, it's not obvious, but it's there. That slight spark that makes the moment feel more alive. Sometimes she might tease you lightly or seem a little more playful without even realizing it. And the best part, you don't have to try to make it happen. It just flows naturally, like the conversation actually matters, and that's what makes it stand out from all the forgettable interactions people have every day. The second sign: you catch their glance more than once. Some looks aren't accidents, they repeat for a reason. You'll notice it in small moments. You look up, and she's already looking at you. Then a few seconds later, it happens again. And maybe even again after that. The first time could be random, sure, but when it keeps happening, it starts to mean something. She might look away quickly when you catch her, like nothing happened, or pretend she was looking at something else. But then, later, there it is again. That same glance coming back to you. It's not bold enough to be obvious, but it's definitely not nothing. People don't keep looking at someone over and over unless something is pulling their attention. It's that quiet curiosity, that subtle interest, that keeps bringing their eyes back to you without them even thinking about it. And once you notice that pattern, you realize, it's not coincidence. It's attention you didn't have to ask for. Third, the vibe shifts when you leave. You know that feeling when you walk away from a place and something just feels different. Like the energy drops a little after you're gone. It's not always obvious, but you'll notice small changes. Maybe the conversation slows down. Maybe people go quiet for a second. Someone might even glance toward the door, like, oh, he just left. Sometimes a girl who was laughing a lot suddenly isn't as engaged anymore, or she checks her phone, like she's a little bored now. It's subtle, but it's real. When you naturally stand out, your presence adds something to the moment. So when you're not there anymore, it feels like something's missing. It's not about being loud or trying too hard, it just happens. People might not say it out loud, but you can feel it. That slight drop, that quiet shift, that's when you know you made an impact without forcing anything. Fourth, you notice whispering and glancing. You've probably seen this before. You're minding your business, and suddenly a girl asks you something she could have easily figured out herself, or makes a random comment just to get you to respond. It's not really about the question, it's about starting something. Sometimes it's simple, like, do you know what time it is? Or, is this seat taken? Even when it's obvious. Other times, it's a quick joke, an opinion, or reacting to something around you. The point is, she's creating an opening. She wants your attention, but she doesn't want to make it too obvious. It feels natural, almost accidental, but usually, it isn't. People don't go out of their way to talk to someone without a reason, and attraction is a big one. So if women keep finding small excuses to start conversations with you, especially when there's no real need, that's a strong sign you stand out more than you think. Fifth, you get random smiles from strangers. Picture this: you're just going about your day, not trying to impress anyone, not even thinking about it, and out of nowhere, a woman you don't know smiles at you. Not a polite, forced smile, but a real one. Warm, slightly personal. It catches you off guard, because there's no obvious reason for it. And it doesn't just happen once, you start noticing it in different places, at different times. It's like people naturally respond to you, without needing a conversation first. And somewhere along the way, you realize, that kind of reaction isn't random. People don't give genuine energy to strangers unless something about them stands out. It's subtle, but it says a lot. That simple smile is often a quiet sign you've already made an impression without saying a word. Sixth, they act slightly different around you compared to others. This one is easy to miss at first, but once you see it, it's hard to ignore. The same girl who's joking, laughing, and completely carefree with everyone else suddenly feels a little different around you. She might slow down her movements, speak a bit softer, or seem more aware of how she presents herself. It's not awkward, just different. There's a quiet shift in energy you can feel without her saying anything. She's still herself, but there's an extra layer, like she's tuning into you more closely. That kind of change doesn't happen randomly. People only adjust like that when they notice someone, when they're drawn to them in a deeper way. And the surprising part, you didn't have to do anything special. Your presence alone was enough. Seventh, they react when you enter the room. This is one of those things you don't notice right away, but once you do, you can't unsee it. You walk into a room, just being normal, not trying to make an entrance, and something shifts. Maybe someone looks up a little quicker than usual. Maybe you catch a girl glancing at you, then quickly looking away. It's not loud, not dramatic. In fact, it's very quiet, but it's there. She might adjust her posture slightly, fix her hair, or suddenly seem more aware of herself, like something just switched on. And the thing is, she might not even realize she's doing it. It's automatic. People don't react like that to just anyone. So when it keeps happening, it means your presence is doing something, whether you say a word or not. It's like the room registers you before you even introduce yourself. And that kind of attention doesn't happen for no reason. And finally, sign number 8, other guys clock you quickly. Other men tend to notice you almost immediately, even if you're not doing anything attention-seeking. It's subtle, a quick glance, a slightly longer look, or that moment where they seem to size you up without saying anything. You might catch it out of the corner of your eye, like they're trying to figure you out, trying to understand why you stand out. It's not always negative, it's just awareness. They recognize that you carry a certain presence. If you're talking to a woman, you might notice them looking over more often, or their posture shifting slightly, like they've become more alert. It's not about ego or competition, it's just natural human behavior. When you carry yourself a certain way, people pick up on it. And other men, especially, tend to notice it fast, even if they don't fully understand why. So if you recognized a few of these signs, you're already doing more right than you think. Most guys try to force attention, but real presence doesn't need to try.